Hey fam, welcome back to the Command Center Part 2 of that anime special. You read, you understand me? Look, we jumping off with this, you understand me? You read, we up here, man. We all up and chill, you understand me? So you see the head of Samus on here. We're gonna tackle that head today. We're just gonna focus on her head today. That's all we're gonna do. Alright, so man, hope you guys are doing great. Nice to have you back in the Command Center. Let me get y'all up here so I can focus y'all in on the picture. You understand me? Because sometimes, man, I'll be drawing and, man, you can't see nothing. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's going down in the Command Center, man. Hope y'all doing great. Let's kick our music down a little bit and let's get in here, man. Yeah. We're going to focus on this head today, man. Get this head out the way, man. You understand me? The main brain of the picture. You understand? Man, I was, let me tell you guys, man, I was intrigued to find out today, that, yesterday we did that Fight Night Friday night, and I was intrigued to find out that, they will no longer be selling the standard PS5 when that PS5 Slim come out, fam. You won't even be able to buy that PS5, the current PS5. They're gonna discontinue. I think they're gonna discontinue that. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I got in on that late, I think, man. Yeah, I got in on that late. Yeah, they will not be selling. They will not be selling that PS5 no more. So, yeah, that's crazy. The regular standard PS5. So let me tell you this here. Let me tell you this here right now. The regular standard PS5 is gonna become exclusive. So if you got one of them, they're gonna be like gold. Because when that new one come out, everybody's going to have, a lot of people mostly are going to have that new one, man. You understand me? Because like I said, a lot of people couldn't really get their hands, you understand me, on a standard PS5. So that's the standard PS5. You mark my words and watch what I tell you, man. That standard PS5 is gonna become like gold because you can't get them anymore. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get them anymore. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I caught a hold of that late, man. I caught a hold of that late. Yeah, I'm thinking, you'll still be able to get that. No, you won't even be able to get that. You won't even be able to get that PS5 no more. You understand me? Because it's gonna be totally exclusive then. You know. So if I had a regular PS5, I'm keeping that. You understand me? Because it's gonna become a collector's item. You understand me? On into the future. You understand me? And you mark my words, man. You mark my words. They gonna go up in value, buddy. You understand me? If you got one of them, they gonna be of high value here in a minute. You understand me? Because people, they gonna be exclusive. You understand? That makes them exclusive, man. Now, you understand me? Yeah. That's gonna make it exclusive. That's gonna make it exclusive. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But that's how that's gonna go. Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy that fight night, a Friday night with Phantom Breakers. Phantom Break. Yeah, man, that's a nice game, man. I did not know about that game, man. I seen that game. I seen that game in a tournament. I watch tournaments a lot, in fighting games, because I play a lot of fighting games. and a lot of 2D Japanese anime fighting games. So I come across that looking for a different tournament one day. I'm like, man, what is this game here, man? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I found another game too. I'm gonna be showing you guys in the coming weeks. That eluded me too. Not too many of those games elude me, man. You understand? I always be up on them games, man. I make it a habit because I play them type of games. So I need something for my side. I make it a habit to be up on them Japanese anime titles. You understand me? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So there's another one. Now the other game. It's a little bit nice. It's a little bit colder than and when I say colder, that means better in the hood. But look, when I say colder, yeah, that means better. So the other game that I'm gonna show you, it's better than that. It's better than that Phantom Breakers. So I'm like, man, what them games had to pass me by when I wasn't really into them games. I was more into the Tekkens and I was more into the Tekkens and the 3D fighters, because I went through my 3D fighter situation too, man. You understand me? All fighting game fans do. They're gonna go through their modes. You understand me? Now I'm in 2D. I'm back in 2. We all started in 2D mode. You understand me? What? Yeah. So. Yeah, we all started in 2D mode. I just flipped over. I flipped over to 3D mode with the virtual fighters and the Tekkens, and then I played them for a minute, man. I played them virtual fighter, Tekken, and all them for a good minute, man. But then I phased back out of them and went back to the original, because I started out, man. Street Fighter was out before Mortal Kombat. I go all the way back, man. Street Fighter was the game back in the days. You understand? Let me tell you that right now. Street Fighter, man, it still is legendary. You understand me? Street Fighter always gonna be legendary, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. That Street Fighter raw, man. You understand me? And that's why you still hear about Street Fighter to this day, man. Street Fighter legendary, man. I'm telling you, man. You gonna hear about that game. And they still doing them. They still doing them now. So, yeah, man. What that tell you, man? They still doing them. Yeah, man. Street Fighter ain't that. It was the first. I remember I used to go to the arcade and play Street Fighter. I could never beat the arcade game. I was a shorty though. I could never beat the. I would get past the first person or the second person, and man, it's over with. You understand me? It's over with. That third person, you wasn't, and usually it was Guile, man, with that sonic boom, man. Man, I couldn't get past that, man. I remember it. I used to have a problem with Guile and that sonic boom, man. But yeah. I'm gonna tell you now. You still see Street Fighter to this day. You understand me? You gonna keep on seeing it because it's just that legendary, man. The newer ones, however, man. Now that brand new one that just came out, that one kind of hype. It's hyper than that Street Fighter 5, man. That Street Fighter 5, man. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Yeah, come on, cut it out, man. I've been gaming for a long time, man. Street Fighter 5, man. Come on, man. Y'all do better than that. The graphics, you know what's crazy? The graphics on the game was crazy. The graphics on the game was, man, phenomenal. I ain't got no problem with the graphics. It's the game, man. The game is just, like I say, I always say that. It was the game that it just, man, something was missing from that one, man. I don't know. I can't even put my hand on it. I can't put my hand on what it was, man. But let me tell you when I tell you, something was missing from that one, man. You understand me? With me anyway. You understand me? I don't know about everybody else, man. But I knew a few more people that felt the same way, you understand me, about that game. You understand me? They didn't like that one either. A lot of people didn't like that one, man. I'm like, man, what's up with this Street Fighter? Is it just me? But yeah, it was a lot of people felt the same way about that Street Fighter, man, that I felt about it. I'm like, man, this Street Fighter here. And I remember when I first got it, my guy, he was telling me, he's like, man, that Street Fighter, he's like, Street Fighter 5 don't even got an arcade mode. I said, get the heck, I ain't never seen a Street Fighter without an arcade mode. It didn't have arcade mode. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. I said, man, he wasn't playing. This Street Fighter don't got an arcade. It didn't have an arcade mode, man. I ain't know. I was like, what? Yeah, that tripped me out, man. It was first time for that one, man. A first timer for that one. I ain't never seen a fighting game come out that didn't have a arcade mode on it, man. I'm like, what was they thinking when they released this? Without, I guess they eventually did, but I remember when it first came out, it did not have an arcade mode. I was like, get out of here, man. What? Are you serious? Yeah, man, and I thought he was tripping, man. I was like, man, me and him got into a debate about it. I didn't have the game at that time. He did have the game. He was like, man, I'm serious, man. It don't got no arcade mode on it, man. I said, man, you got to be tripping. You can't find it, because it's definitely got one on it. I ain't never seen Street Fighter without an arcade mode. Man, was he right? I said, oh, yeah, this Street Fighter here, man. You understand me? They still played it. They still played it in the tournaments, you understand me? They still did their thing on it, you know what I mean? But just like that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, that newer one, all the Marvel vs. Capcom fans didn't really like that Marvel vs. Capcom. They kept playing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, it's the greatest. It's still better. It's still the best Marvel. If you ask me, that's the best Marvel vs. Capcom still. The Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Or Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm gonna go that. I'm gonna go. It don't matter. You know, either one of them. You understand me? Over that new one, man. Yeah, man. It's just, man. Sometime, man, they'll take a game. Sometimes they'll take a game and mess it up, man. Trying to improve the game, you know what I mean? And mess the game up, man. That new Guilty Gear. We played that a couple of Fight Night Friday nights ago. Now that game, I'm going to tell you what's crazy about it, though, fam. What's crazy about it is the games be having phenomenal graphics. They just, the game, they change. Sometimes they change. Here we go. Sometimes you'll change too much about the game. And then, now it's not the same game. You know what I mean? It's not the same game anymore, man. It's a different game now. You understand me? That's not what we was playing. That's not what we was playing earlier, man. You understand me? You understand me? You done gave a man a. Yeah, I was like online with that Tekken. Like on when they start putting Tekken online. Now you can go buy. Okay, now Paul's got a Power Ranger stick. You understand me? Now Paul's not Paul no more. You understand me? Paul's somebody else now. Cause Paul now has a baton in his hand. So he's not Paul anymore. He's a different character. He looked like Paul, but he ain't the same character because he got different gameplay. He can hit you with that baton. You know, when they start implementing that online gameplay, you can just buy too much, man. You understand me, man? You understand me? Play the game, man. How the game is. You understand me? Yeah, man. Some people liked it. I guess it was cool for the people that couldn't really play the game that good, because now they got an easy way. They got an easy way to win. You understand? So some people are gonna like it. You understand me? Mostly the guys that can't play the game is that good. The base game. You understand me? But you can play the base game good, you ain't gonna like that. Cause they done changed your game. Now you gotta relearn the whole game again. You understand me? Like I said, we're gonna play XRD Revelator a couple more Friday nights down the road, and then you're gonna see you gonna say, dang man, that's the same guy that was playing the other one? Yeah, that's how different that game is. The new one is. But you know what I mean? Because they changed so much in the games. And I'm gonna tell you something, them are big games, man. And it's gonna take you about 6 years to learn a character in Guilty Gear Blaze Blue. They got a lot of moves, man. That's not Street Fighter or them games ain't Street Fighter. You know, man, I've been playing Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue for like 7 years. 7 or 8 years. And I still don't know all Ragnar moves, and I still don't know all Sato 1 moves. That's how many moves that one of them characters got. You understand? Now, and then here comes a new whole game that changes all that. You understand me? I know champions that play the game on professional level that don't know all the moves to now one of the characters. You understand me? Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then they they changed my opinion only. They changed too much in that game there, man. They changed too much. That Tekken ain't Tekken no more, man. When that Tekken 7 came out, yeah, man. Now why y'all gonna put Akuma in the game? You understand? He ain't in Tekken, man. He in Street Fighter. Keep him in Street Fighter. You understand me? Nobody had Fireball until Akuma got him. Now, here we go with a Fireball. A guy, you understand me? Yeah, you understand me? Yeah, it just unbalances the game, man. You understand? Now it's not the same game. You understand me? Yeah, it's Street Fighter X Tekken now. Oh, it's Street Fighter X Tekken now. It's not the same game. Yeah, it was Tekken until they put Akuma in the game. Now that Akuma in the game, yeah. He finished, and I know a lot of people, man. They was like, man, why did they do that, man? Cause yeah, man, you can still beat him. You know what I mean? You still can beat him. It's gonna be harder to beat. He got them fireballs. You know, you gotta get up on him. So yeah, man, he already cold. Yeah, then I seen they put Geese Howard and Tekken and all of these bodies, characters. Come on, man, y'all destroying the games, man. Yeah, you destroying the games like that, man. You understand me? Now that Street Fighter X Tekken, that was alright, something to do one time. You know what I mean? It's not the real game. It's a spin-off. You know, that's okay. You understand me? I understand them type of games. You understand? You know what it is when you buy that game. You know what it is. You understand me? But to implement them in the base game, come on, man, cut it out. Cut it out. Why y'all do that, man? Y'all know that wasn't right. Man, and I know people I know professionals that's getting down on a professional level couldn't even play the new one. You understand me? I'm like, man, yeah, they couldn't even get with the new one. You know, they ain't even play no more. You know what I mean? Yeah, because the game changed that much. Yeah. Like I said, man, they need to slow down on that changing everything in the game, man. Because them games, you gotta spend a lot of time with them games learning all the moves, and then here they come with a brand new game, and now you gotta relearn all the moves. Now the moves is different, and they got newer moves that they didn't even have in the last game, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something, Guilty Gear, when Blaze Blue and Tekken, and Virtual. Now I'm gonna tell you one game they never changed, Virtual Fighter. They never changed. It wasn't never no change. They added new characters, but they ain't never changed the gameplay in that game. Dead or alive, they ain't never changed gameplays in them games. Them games are still same games. You understand me? Now they ain't never changed the base game, man. You understand me? Yeah. Now you might can go to the, and I know you can go to the store online on Dead or Alive and still the game still even. You understand? But man, when they start letting you go to the store on that Tekken and on that
on that Tekken and on that they changed the whole game, man. They changed the whole game. I remember when the first person shooters was more even. Until now you can go, they got some first person shooters. Now you can go buy a whole armor suit. You understand? Yeah, of course you're gonna win, man. We can't even shoot you. I wouldn't even want to play. It's an unfair advantage. You're gonna have an unfair advantage over everybody else. Cause you bought the unfair advantage. You didn't skill the you understand me? A real player that know how to play the game real good wouldn't even want to play like that. There's no risk to losing. You understand me? Why would you want to play and there's no chance, no possibility that you could lose the game? I mean, you could lose. Yeah, man, come on, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. The easy way, I call it the easy way out. You know what I mean? The easy way out. Yeah, man, this Metroid, man, we finally get to this picture, man, on this color, man. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, we gonna come, fam, with this makeover in here. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, for a more professional backdrop. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna walk. You guys gonna walk through it with me, man. That's gonna be crazy, man. Yeah, we done did a lot of things like that. And if you guys are new to the channel, we done did a lot. Go back in the videos, man. We done put cheers together in here. We done set up a lot of stuff in here, man. I can't even remember. Oh, I've got so many videos on that type stuff, man. Where we done added stuff and. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just go back in the videos and look through the videos. You're gonna see. We didn't put cheers together. We didn't put stands together. Yeah, I done walked them through it. So now we're gonna try to get as close as we can to the head that's on here. Now, we might not get all the way perfect, but I can guarantee you it's gonna look raw. You dig? You understand me? I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that it's gonna look good. You're gonna say, man, close enough to me. You understand me? Yeah, it's gonna be. If I get these pencils together. Yeah, I hope you guys doing good tonight, man. Yeah, man, I had a couple of people text me about that. Apparently, I wasn't the only one that didn't know about that Japanese fighter that we played last night on Fight Night Friday night. A couple of people text me, man, what's that, man? What's that on? Yeah, I didn't know either, man. They must have came out with that game, and it must have been sale or something like that, or that's the only thing I could think of, cause it was under the radar, man. To a lot of people that play them type of games, that game was under the radar. So is this other one that we're gonna be taking a look at. It's a nice game, and it's some games, man, that's under the radar. It's a lot of them that's under the radar, man. I'll tell you that right now. But I ain't seen too many of them type games that I didn't know about. You understand me? I usually know about all them type games when they come out, cause I be on them, man. You know, I know Art Systems got a few games that I wasn't up on, but I'm up on now. But I didn't even know. Like I said, I didn't know how Art System made that Hakuto no Ken game. I didn't even know they made that game. And then I'm gonna tell you something. And they got a lot of games for the PS2 that's hidden. You understand me? That because I wasn't. Nobody knew who they was then. They wasn't famous yet. So yeah. It wasn't famous yet, so and nobody knew they wasn't as popular as they is now. So nobody knew who they was back then. You understand me? I remember going over somebody's house when I first played that game. Man, way back in the days. I'm like, man, who made this, man? But we wasn't in the publishers and who made the game. We just, if it was cold, we own it. You know what I mean? But I remember that name from when I was playing that game, and then I seen it again when I started playing Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. I'm like, oh, these the same guys that made that other game. And then I start noticing them guys only make all their games I see that they make is them type games. So now I'm looking for them now because they know them now. You understand me? Now I know. You know, I know what's up now. I know them. So yeah, that's like, yeah. Now that they on the recognizable table, and not only me, a lot of other guys that play them type games. Now we looking for you. You understand me? You dig? You understand me? You dig? So now whenever you come out with something now, they come out with that Persona 4 Ultimax Arena. They still got a lot of other games on that Hyperspin drive I got. We're gonna take another look at that Hyperspin drive, man. They got a lot of games on there that I don't know if they were popular or I would take it these games wasn't that popular. They got some games on there that I didn't even know they made, man. You understand me? And they raw to me, but maybe they wasn't. Maybe the mainstream didn't take very well to the games. You know what I mean? And they determine whether your game make it or not. You dig? You understand me? They determine if your game make it or not, man. Yeah, we're gonna do this, man. Simon's gonna look raw. What? You understand me? Get it in. I'm gonna tell you something. I done draw plenty of pictures of Samus, man. Many of pictures of Samus, man. Raw. You can't mess her up, man. If you know how to draw, man. You can't mess her up. She, yeah. Raw, man. Get your colors, blend your colors in with her. You understand me? That's all you gotta do with her, man. Take your time. Don't never be in a hurry. Take your time, man. You understand? Ain't no such thing as a fast, good drawing. No, man. Take your time, man. Yeah. Take your time, man. The more time you spend on any picture, the better it's gonna look. I'll tell you that right now. The more time you take on it, the better the picture gonna look, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now, not right now. Right now, you dig, you understand me now. We're gonna come in here and smooth this out. We're gonna blend that in better. So we're gonna come in here with this orange. Yeah, we want to blend that in a little better to where whoa, that's gonna look raw. I'm gonna tell you something. We get through with this whole, like I said, man, your peoples, whoever win this picture, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. The camera don't do it no justice, man. When you get it, and it's in your face. Yeah. I can guarantee you it's gonna look different to you than it did when I was doing it on camera. When you see it in your person up close, you're gonna say, "Dang, man, what?" Yeah. Then you'll be able to really see all the detail in the picture, man. Yeah, everything count, man. Everything count. Blend it a little better. Yeah, we finally get to this color, man. What? Yeah, we're gonna be giving this away, man. With that $50 gift card. We got that other giveaway, fam, at 400 subscribers with that Mortal Kombat. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for that one. We got that other giveaway. We're gonna give a $100 gift card out, and that Mortal Kombat. When we reach 400 subscribers, we're going. Yeah. We're pushing for that. So we pushing for that 400 subscriber piece. When we reach that, we're gonna get that new Mortal Kombat away. And we're going to be taking a look at that on Fight Night Friday night here pretty soon, you know what I mean? Man, I'm going to tell you, I was heavy into Mortal Kombat when Mortal Kombat came. Oh my God, man, come on, man. MK, who was it, man? You wasn't cool if you didn't play Mortal Kombat. What you mean you don't play Mortal Kombat? They don't want to hang with you. They don't want to talk to you no more. Yeah. Yeah, you don't, what do you mean you don't play Mortal Kombat? What do you mean? I remember, man, when Mortal Kombat came out, man, we almost didn't get Mortal Kombat. Let me tell you that right now, man, because the parents was on that game, man, and the FTC was on that game, man, because it had too much violence in it, man, when it first came out. And back in the day when it came out, games didn't have that type of violence in it. You know what I mean? Games just didn't have that type of violence in it, man. You understand me? And here comes Mortal Kombat, tearing off tearing off people's whole arms and legs. Yeah, man, the people wasn't trying to buy that for their kids, man. And to make it so bad, it was the kids that wanted the game. You understand me? Because it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I ain't never seen. I didn't think they was gonna let that go through. I swear, I didn't think they was gonna let that game go through. But somehow, the game stayed up. I don't know how they did that, man. Because I remember when they was on that game, man. We didn't think it was gonna come out. You know what I mean? For the systems, it was already out in arcades, but they was trying to bring it out for the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo. And I remember parents was heavily against them bringing that game out like that, man. They did not want that kids playing that. They did not want their kids playing with that game. They playing that game, man. And I remember now when they put it. I remember Nintendo went as far as to not include red blood. They made it so that the blood on the game looked at like sweat. Because back then Nintendo was real strict about that type of stuff. And I remember the Sega Genesis. They had the original. They had the original blood on the Sega Genesis. Let me tell you this, man. Everybody flocked to the Sega Genesis version because it had red blood on it. But the Super Nintendo version looked it better than the Sega Genesis version, and it was more like it was way more like the arcade than the Sega Genesis version was. To me, the Super Nintendo had the original arcade sound. The characters were big, just like in the arcade. Only thing was different. It had white blood instead of red blood. That was the only thing that was different with the Super Nintendo version of that game, man. They almost had a complete. Same with Mortal Kombat 2, man. But yeah, when that Mortal Kombat came out, man, I didn't think that was gonna surface for a system. You understand me? Cause man, they wasn't trying to hear nothing. You understand? Them parents did not want their kids associated with that game, man. You understand me? But somehow, Ed Boon and John Tobus emerged, man, and it came out for the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo, and it came out for a lot of other systems that wasn't even on the map. But when they got that game, man, that game put systems that wasn't nobody even buying on the map. You understand me? I mean, that game come out for a lot. The PC wasn't nobody hardly playing. you know, you had your PC gamers, but PC gaming wasn't big as it is now. You know, you had your Dungeons and Dragon type guys, you know, playing games on the PC, and we didn't have the internet then, so like I said, PC gaming wasn't like it is now. But man, now I'm gonna tell you something. The PC port of that game was arcade perfect. It was identical to the arcade. Somebody took me over their house. They had a computer. I'll never forget it. I went over there and they had Mortal Kombat for the PC, and man, and I had the Super Nintendo version, which was the closest version to the arcade, besides the Blood. Besides the Blood, the Super Nintendo version of that game was the closest of all versions that were out. And I seen where my version lacked when I played that PC version. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, that's in the game. Oh yeah, that. But unless they side by side, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know the difference, man. That's when I could start telling the arcade versions of games over a port of a game. I started literally looking at games then. Now I can tell you if you playing an arcade port or if you playing the actual arcade of any game, any arcade game, especially retro. I can tell you is that the actual ROM of that game that you playing, a copy of the ROM of that game that you playing, or if you playing the actual, you understand me? Either you playing the actual ROM of that game or you playing an emulation copy of the ROM. Yeah. It's a difference. It's a difference. Like on my arcade games. Now, on a lot of my arcade games, you got the arcade version. You got the actual ROM of an arcade game on there. You understand me? You ain't playing no Super Nintendo port of the game. But like I said, you're gonna have two copies of a lot of games. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja. Let's take Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 4-player beat 'em up. For instance, that's a perfect example. Now I'm gonna have the arcade version of that game on them arcade games. Then you're gonna have the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis version. The same game. You're gonna see right the difference. Soon you play them games. Because first of all, you can't even play 4 players, because them are 4-player games. You can't even play 4 players on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis version of that game. So, and then the sound is different, and the characters are different sizes, and the backgrounds are not as detailed as the arcade game. Yeah, it's easy to tell. Now, today's systems, it'll be way more harder to tell. I would think that today's systems, you wouldn't even be able to tell if you was playing a port of a ROM or an actual, because today's systems are so powerful today. Yeah, they done got beyond you being able to even tell that. You know what I mean? Yeah, they done got beyond you being able to tell that the systems are so powerful today. They not like the systems today are not like the systems of yesterday. You know what I mean? The systems of yesterday, they wasn't as powerful. But that PC always been there. That PC always been there. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, this Metroid gonna be crazy, man. Metroid gonna be crazy, yo. I'm telling you. Let me put this in here. Let's cover our holes on this, on ours. We're gonna have ours different. These are gonna be black. And the chest gonna make it stand out. Cause I know Samus right there, that's black. I don't know what they on. I draw Samus millions of times. And man, you know what? This game was actually, this very game that I'm drawing, this game was supposed to came out a long time ago. Most people didn't think it was going to even surface And lo and behold, was that last year? Was that last year or the year before? I think it was last year. Yeah, I think, was it last year? I want to say this came out last year. I might be wrong. But yeah, and it was the game of the year. Man, this version, Metroid Dread, I heard a lot about Metroid Dread. Actually, this game's supposed to, they thought they was going to put this on one of them handhelds or the Wii U. I mean, or the Wii. The Wii or yeah, one of them systems, man. Actually, I heard it was supposed to come out for the Nintendo 64. I tell you the truth. Yeah, and I seen them working on a Metroid for the. You know, the Nintendo 64 is the only Nintendo system that don't have a Metroid game. It's the only system. It's the only Nintendo system that don't have a Metroid. I'm like, what? Yeah. And I seen them right before the Nintendo 64 went out. You know, it was dying out. They was working on a Metroid for the Nintendo 64. But they ended up coming out with the GameCube. And they squashed that one. They squashed that. They had pictures of it in the GamePro magazine and everything, man. Everybody was waiting on that Metroid, man. And yeah, it never surfaced, man. That Metroid never surfaced, man. I was like, what? They scrapped that Metroid? And man, you just don't do that with the Metroid fans. It's crazy, man. They'll be at your house. They'll be at your house, man. You understand? You can't do no Metroid fans. Like, what? I know people that have died for Samus. I know people that have died for Samus, man. You understand me? Loyalties, man. And man, wait outside for this game all night. You understand me? They don't care what they gotta go through. You understand? As long as you should have seen the people at GameStop when they released this game, man. I think they released this game early because it was supposed to come out on a certain day, and I had reserved it. If I wouldn't have reserved it, I wouldn't have got it. I knew that too. Man, if you don't reserve that game, you're not gonna get a copy of that. And they had, when I went there, GameStop had got a couple of special edition copies of the game. They didn't even know they was gonna get them, man. And I think the special edition copies were like $200. And I remember I was gonna buy the special edition copy and get. I already had paid for this, the standard copy. I was gonna buy the special edition copy, but I could not get to the front before they sold out of them, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. What's crazy is this game came out with Alien Elite Fire Team, Far Cry 6, Alien Elite Fire, and Black 4 Blood on the same day, and they didn't even supposed to release like that. I know them people was upset that Metroid game dropped when they game dropped, because this game is a huge game, man. You don't want to, if you're a company and you're releasing a game, and especially if you're a new company, you do not want to compete with an IP like this, man. You ain't gonna make no money. See, because everybody knows Samus. Don't nobody know your game. You understand me? And Nintendo said they was coming out with this game on a certain day, and I think it came out one day early or something like that. And then Far Cry 6 came out that day. Alien Elite Fire Team and Black 4 Blood came out. All on this. I'm like, man, I bought all the games. We bought every game, and we did a review go back in the videos. We did a review on all of the games when they came out. Yeah, because we didn't know that they were gonna drop. Because they didn't supposed to drop like that. Just one day, I went to GameStop, all of them dropped on the same. Man, you should have seen the people that was flooding GameStop. And I thought GameStop was going to have to call security. Yeah, it was crazy. It got crazy. It got crazy in there. And then there was a few people, I remember, it was a few people that had spent the night in the parking lot out there. I was like, what? Yeah, waiting on this game. Yeah, but it had released the game had released early. I guess they announced it because I found out somehow that it was going to release early, and it released like a day or two early. And man, you should have seen the people out at the mall, man. It was, I mean, man, you should have seen the people at my local GameStop, man. It was crazy, man. I ain't never seen that many people in GameStop at one time. You couldn't even get to the counter, man. You understand me? But now I'm gonna tell you this here: 90% of the people that were there was there to get Metroid Dread. But while they was there, they found out them other games were releasing that same day, and I wasn't the only one that bought all the copies of the game. It was a couple of guys that bought. I bought every game that kept released. I bought Alien Elite Fire Team. I bought Far Cry 6, and we bought Black 4 Blood. I remember because Black 4 Blood, they spent a lot of people, man. In Black 4 Blood, you had to sign in to play the game, but they didn't let you know that, man. I remember I complaining about that on the channel. They came out with that. They changed that, though. They had to change that because they led people to believe the wrong thing. They didn't tell you that. They didn't make that clear. And I guess, I don't know if it was the FTT or somebody made them change that to where you didn't have to sign in to play the game. Yeah, because they spent people, man, and everybody bought that game, and they found out. I remember Radical Reggie complaining about that on Jason's channel, or Metal Jesus channel. I said, oh man, he complaining about it too? They gonna do something about that. And then I'll tell you what, when he complained about it that day, I said they was gonna do something about it, and the next day, the next day, it was no longer for you to required for you to sign in to play that game. And I ain't even know it. He let me know. I was watching their channel because I had archived the game. I bought the game, but I was gonna keep the game just for show. You know what I mean? Because I don't like signing in and play nothing, man. I know that's a limited game. That game is limited to you. You don't own the game. So he said now it's not required to sign. I immediately hooked my PlayStation back up and checked it, and sure enough, it was no longer required for you to sign in to play that game. I said, man, they raw, man. Yeah, they raw. Now I'm gonna go in here with the original black pencil. I know y'all see that, man. What? You understand me? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's coming together, man. It's coming together. You can tell them you got an original. You understand me? Not a carbon copy. An original, you understand me? Somebody took their time, and yeah. This ain't no regular poster right here. You understand me? Yeah. This got done up by a professional. You understand me? For the lucky person that wins this. Now I'm gonna go in here. I wanted to start with with that black ink, because that ink is gonna last long. Now I'm gonna smear that ink with this pencil to give it all the same effect. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And you don't gotta go in hard, just take your time, man. It'll eventually blend by itself. You keep going over and over and over and over, and it'll blend by itself. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, that was a crazy day, man. That was a crazy day. Man, barely escaped out of there, man, with our lives. At a GameStop. I was like, man, we got flooded. Because when we first went in there, let me tell you something, it was hardly anybody in there. It was just the people that was getting Metroid. But then I guess word got out that them other games had released, and I looked up and looked around, man. That place was wall to wall. I'm like, why is everybody coming in here? Then we figured out the GameStop lady, she said, oh, they just released Far Cry 6 was a heavy title too. So a lot of people was coming for that game because they had early released it on the same day. And then, I guess the other people early released Alien Elite Fireteam. And man, here we come with Black for Blood too. I'm like, oh my God, what? Yeah, it was crazy that day. That was a crazy day, man. They hit us with 4 crazy titles on, what, 5 or 4 crazy titles. Metroid and Far Cry being the leading titles in one day. I'm like, man, that's the first time I ever seen some stuff like that happen, man. People were in there, they didn't even know what game to choose. They were stuck. Yeah, they were stuck. They didn't even know what to choose, man. They didn't even know what to pick. They didn't even know what to buy. You understand? Some people was in there stuck. Should I get this or should I? Because everybody didn't have enough to get all of them. You understand me? So, yeah, I remember people being in there stuck. Okay, we're going to cut this short, fam. We're going to cut this off right here. We started the color, and that's basically really all I wanted to do was get in here and actually get on the picture and put some color to the picture and start on this head. And it look like we will start it on this head. You understand me? You did. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. Man, that's crazy, man. Let me zoom you in. Oh my God. You understand me? It blends out here in a minute on our next episode. Man, when you see that whole picture, you're going to be tripped. It's going to trip you out. You're going to be like, man, he got it. Man, yeah. You understand me? You understand me? So, hey. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs never in the middle, man. You understand me? If you like the content that we bringing you, man, give me a thumbs up, man. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. The main thing is, man, give me a thumbs, man. You understand me? I don't care if it's up or down. Let me know that you participated in the program. You will understand me, you dig, and I'll see you guys probably, when is the next time I'll see you guys? We'll see you guys Sunday, probably. We're not going to do a video on Monday because we just did it. So we'll be back next Monday on this picture again, and then we'll probably finish the head and start on that arm cannon. But the next time I'll see you guys is probably Tuesday night arcade night for sure. We fall into that dun fever run, presented to you by Cave. You understand me, you dig? But hopefully we jump off with that Metroid. I'm gonna try to get that Metroid Prime jumping on Sunday. So yeah, holla.